So we're at the beautiful St. Catherine's Dock, and today we're going to be taking part of a cookery masterclass, and I'm looking forward to it. What about you?
So am I. Let's see if James gets to cook a bit more often.
Yeah, that's what Elena wants to get out of it. She wants to get me in the kitchen a few more times a year.
No.
Not a week.
I really don't. You are a bit too messy in the kitchen.
But it should be an interesting experience. So let's see. We've never done this before, but I would imagine that it's something interesting for couples. So we're going to see if it's something we enjoy doing together. I'm sure we will. And
It's a great idea.
we'll report back to you at the end. Let's go.
Hello everyone, we are at Anne Smart School of Cookery today to learn how to cook a dish which we actually happen to like a lot. And I'm here joined with Anne. Hi Anne.
Hello.
Thank you so much for having us.
More than welcome.
I'm so excited about this, and I want to know a bit more about your school. Could you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, sure. I started the cookery school 7 years ago now, after appearing on MasterChef. And it's grown really massively. It was a hobby, but now it's a good over 100 hours a week, which I think any chef would tell you. And we have lots of different people coming in every day to learn some fabulous dishes and how to cook, which hopefully I'm going to do for you today.
Do you also get a lot of couples?
An awful lot, yes. We have lots of single evenings and dating evenings so people can learn to cook whilst they're meeting somebody.
How competitive do couples get?
Well, it's best probably not to have them both together and behind the cooker at the same time, especially
Okay.
with the knives. Keep this hand crabbed and out the way so you're not going to cut your fingers off. And you just take the top of your onion off like that. Well done. And stand it up flat now, so it's all safe.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you're going to put the knife in the middle of the root, and you put your hand over the top of the onion, not at the side in case your knife slips, and just push through with your knife.
That's a good idea.
Still alive, still got all fingers.
So when you're going to move the onion on your board, turn your knife upside down and scrape it so you don't blunt your blade.
Ah, okay.
Yeah?
So we've been doing a lot of things wrong in the kitchen for a while.
Okay, for many years now.
We clear as we go along.
Okay, what are you trying to say? She's trying to tell me something.
If you can just cut your pepper into quarters length way. Now remember to put your hand over the top when you're cutting. That's it, so you're not going to cut yourself, yeah? Or slip. Can you help me there, James?
That means I'm not doing...
Thumb on the blade.
Okay,
Right, so nose of the knife here.
yeah.
Grab that hand, and your knife goes down and forward, and the knife doesn't leave the board. Make contact with the board,
Okay.
and it goes forward as it goes down. Right, I'm going to put these pans on now, because you always cook when your pans are hot, not when they're cold.
Okay.
So you add your oil to the pan when it's hot, and then you use half the amount of oil, because it expands in heat. You only add more vegetable stock when you can see your liquid has gone.
Okay.
If you put too much liquid in, the rice is going to overexpand and it's going to taste puddingy.
Okay.
So you just got to be patient with it. And try not to keep stirring, because you just drop the temperature of the pan and it will take twice as long as it needs to. Your fine pepper will give an even infusion, and your cracked black pepper just gives you a little surprise every now and again.
Okay.
Which is nice. We won't use salt until the end in case your stock is salty enough.
Okay.
So we don't want to ruin the dish. Yeah. So we taste it.
If you're using water, then you can put some salt.
Yes. So you're going to start seasoning with both peppers, please. Now a pinch is 3 fingers and a thumb,
Okay.
which is about half a teaspoon.
A pinch of each.
Yes, please. Okay, with the prawns, I've done one side for you. You can call it a vein, or you can call it its intestine, or you can call it something else if you want to. Yeah. You draw a line, and you
Okay.
just pull out the intestine. Now
Okay.
these prawns are tiger prawns, a warm water prawn, so they've also got the intestine running underneath. Can you
Okay.
see?
Yeah, yeah.
So you draw a line, and you just pull that out.
How did you make this look so easy? Because I'm struggling a little bit here.
I've already cleaned the squid for you. The
Okay.
squid has 2 membranes. One is the black membrane, which is quite obvious to see. You just scrape it off with a knife. But there's also a second membrane on the squid, which can make your squid quite chewy if you don't remove it. And you're not going to know it's there unless you just score the skin. Okay, don't go right through. And then, this is his waterproof system. Where I've scored that skin, you just lift that up. You can take it off the heat just for a moment, because we're going to start tasting that now, to make sure you can taste every single ingredient you've used. Forget the texture. It's about
Lena, this is amazing. I've never had a paella like this.
Take your squid and I want you just to cut that into nice thin rings, not too thick, because this is going to cook in seconds. Let the knife do the work, James. Never leave the saw.
Slime.
Yeah, don't stop showing off, Lena.
Red peppers in now, back on the heat. Red peppers, and just have half that bowl of peas, or actually 1 handful of those would be enough for you rather than having too many. You see that lovely colour coming through now?
Great, looks
So try
good.
not to over stir it at this stage because you're going to release too much starch and make the rice too sticky.
I think it's perfect.
It is perfect. That really is excellent. Well done.
In your face.
Really bang on. Well done. You need a little bit more pepper. Yeah, just a tiny bit more pepper. Parsley is a soft herb, so you need to cut the stalks very fine.
Okay.
Most of the flavour is actually in the stalk.
I thought I would do worse than what I did, but we haven't tasted it yet, isn't it? So just put as much as I want. This is more organic looking, rough around the edges, and that means it's a lot more love has gone into it. A little bit.
I think he is. I think he is.
Right, okay, so based on presentation,
Okay.
this is the better dish. Because I can see the rice, okay?
Okay.
So this was just positioned better, a lot more even ingredients. Now let's go for taste. Yeah.
Let's see.
Great texture, really good texture.
Does it need a little bit of salt, or it's fine?
Now I can taste everything's coming through well.
Now, Lena, brace yourself.
Hands up on flavour.
Wow. Well done.
Absolutely. Really well done. Your rice is slightly better texture as well, a little bit more nutty.
Okay.
And yeah, great.
I have no idea why, because I just followed your instructions, but somehow.
Boy, well done.
It is. It's teamwork. I get the presentation right, and he gets to cook the dish. How
Absolutely.
good is listen?
So I cook and you serve up the dish.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, before you eat it, guys, make sure you squeeze your lemon on top, and
Okay.
you're going to get massive impact.
And if you're watching us now, listen, I'll be honest with you. I don't cook, right, like I told Anne, but I was very excited about doing this today because I do enjoy cooking, even though I don't do it a lot, and I had a blast. And I think a lot of couples should try this
Absolutely.
and get the competitive juices going. Don't just do it. Don't just do it for love. Do it for a little bit of competitiveness as well. But we had a lot of fun, right?
Yes, I loved it. I
Good.
mean, there were a few things we learned, like the squid, peeling the squid. How do you call that thing?
The membrane.
The membrane. I mean, it's just.
So now let's eat. So this is the final product. Don't forget to check out Anne's Smart School of Cookery, and happy cooking.